And the stakes couldn't be higher.
There's been a lot riding on the latest round of marathon EU budget talks. For many leaders, it was about more than just the money. The bloc's survival was also once again in play.
What is at stake are the principles of European unity and European solidarity.
A deal might have been reached, but 5 days of tortured negotiations exposed deep fault lines. European Council President Charles Michel called it mission impossible.
Because it's not only about money, it's about people, about European future, about our unity.
The wrangling over finances points to cracks in the EU's foundations, with old grievances bubbling to the surface.
So I don't like blame game, but the Dutch man is the real responsible man for whole mess we have.
Let's break down the factions. There's the debt-ridden south, comprising countries like Italy and Greece, which were hit hard by the virus and/or its economic impact.
These compromises cannot be such so as to water down the level of our ambition.
They're pitted against the thriftier, wealthier north. A club of 5 frugals is headed by the Netherlands and includes Austria, Finland, Sweden and Denmark. They've been pushing for less spending. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte even took a biography of the composer Frédéric Chopin to budget talks, reading material for him to pass the time for what he saw as a pointless process. The leaders of the Frugal Five reflect significant feelings back home. Domestic voters are unhappy with their status as the bloc's biggest net contributors. Put simply, their countries contribute more to the EU's budget than they get back. Each member pays a proportion of its national income, so richer countries pay more, poorer ones pay less. Even before the pandemic, the joint coffers were already short, thanks to Brexit. The UK had been a big contributor to the overall budget before its departure from the bloc. Agreeing on budgets is an arcane process, whether it's over agriculture or regional development. It's like a giant game of chess, where concessions in one area are traded against benefits in another. Alongside spending less, the Frugal Five also want strings attached to any funding, designed to uphold that key European value, democracy. That brings us to another faction, the Eastern Eurosceptic and nationalist nations of Hungary and Poland, who are resisting any conditions on the rule of law.
I don't know what is the personal reason for the Dutch Prime Minister to hate me.
The pandemic is the latest in a long line of big challenges for the EU. The debt crisis a decade ago was followed by feuds over mass immigration, the Brexit trauma, and growing Euroscepticism in countries like Italy. For some, this is a pivotal moment for nearly 70 years of European integration. Another post-pandemic economic shock could expose it to more insular protectionist forces, casting doubts over the bloc's long-term future.